go. All right, so let's get into Donald Trump. As you guys know, Donald Trump, and the reason why I got it here, he was born June 14th, 1946, guys. Okay? So he's old. He's almost 80 years old, chat. Okay? From New York City. 79 years old. Just turned 79. Bro, to put things in perspective for you, he was like almost an adult when John F. Kennedy was killed. Think about that, bro. Okay? In 1963, when John F. Kennedy got assassinated, Donald Trump was almost an adult. Let that sink in. He vividly remembers when JFK got shot. He also remembers when MLK got shot. Okay? That should tell you guys something. Bro is old. He was born in 1946. Bro was born right after World War II. So here's his diet. Now, I know Donald Trump's diet. A lot of you guys might not. But the long story short that you guys need to know is he eats a lot of fast food. He drinks Diet Coke all day. He doesn't exercise or go to the gym. Never went to the gym like in his life. Okay? But the guy's a machine somehow.
Like President Trump for a full day.
Let me refresh this.
Today I'm eating like President Trump for a full day, and I'm gonna see how much weight I gain by the end of the day. First things first, I gotta get dressed. Much better. Let's go have some breakfast. I woke up bright and early out of bed and stepped on the scale where I weighed 180.8 pounds. Time for our first meal of the day, breakfast. The president doesn't really eat breakfast, but it's reported that he'll usually start his day off with 3 Diet Cokes before lunchtime.
Breakfast of champions.
Now it was time to move on to lunch, where the president eats a well-done steak smothered in ketchup with french fries and of course a Diet Coke. I don't care who you are, getting your steak well done is insane.
Probably gonna never drink Diet Coke again after this video. I'm not gonna finish the fries because just wait until you see what I have to eat for dinner.
After lunch, the president likes to have a mid-afternoon snack, which is usually Doritos and Diet Coke. For dinner, the president has 2 Big Macs, 2 fish fillets, a chocolate shake, and of course a Diet Coke.
Fish fillet number 1. Trump is a real eater. I just gotta say that right now. By the way, I'm starting a country at 10 million subscribers, and you can be a legal citizen. All you have to do is subscribe. All right, fish fillet number 2 time. Bro, I can't eat this last Big Mac. It'll be the end of me if I eat this thing. Let's go to the chocolate shake.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how the president is even able to walk after eating this, let alone be the leader of the free world.
183.8 pounds.
Today, I'm eating like President.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, it's not the healthiest diet, bro. It's not the healthiest diet at all. Lots of fast food, lots of Diet Coke. He has a Diet Coke button in his office, by the way, chat. Bro has a Diet Coke button. Look, I'll show you guys. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. Diet Coke is fucking garbage. All right? Real niggas drink Coke Zero. But, whatever.
It's right here. Everyone thinks that's the nuclear. Everyone thinks that's the nuclear weapon. They think it's a nuclear weapon. They say if I press this, it's the end of the world.
Oh, and then there's like
and it doesn't seem to work out that way.
And he had this during his first term.
Looking around the office, we noticed some changes from the way the bike had it set up. Can you confirm that you have added back the Diet Coke button?
I think this, first of all, I just got here. So my people came in. They have extraordinary decorator sense, right? Let me just see some of the pictures. That's a good one. I could live with him. I could live with George Washington, I can tell you. I could live with Thomas Jefferson. I could live with most of them. They took a very safe route. They don't have any bad ones up there.
Seat in the Oval Office for a second term, a familiar feature has also made its return, the iconic Diet Coke button. According to the Wall Street Journal report, the button, which was absent during Biden's term, has made a comeback to the Resolute desk. Hidden within a wooden box on Trump's desk lies the button that's become as much a part of his presidency as his policies.
Bro loves Diet Cokes, man. Apparently he drinks 12 of these things a day. 12 of these things a fucking day. Now, personally, I'll be honest with you guys, I think Coke Zero is superior in every single way. And the only way that you're going to be able to taste the superiority is you need to take a sip of Diet Coke, then take an immediate sip of Coke Zero, and you guys will see why it's superiority. But Diet Coke is gross, bro. It's fucking disgusting.
First introduced during Trump's initial term, this quirky addition became infamous.
Now, what I will say is 0 calories. So you can still get ripped and fucking fit it in your macros at 0 calories, which is good. But, yeah.
For its unique purpose, summoning a Diet Coke. According to the Wall Street Journal, pressing the button notifies White House butlers that a chilled can of Trump's favorite beverage is required in the Oval Office. Trump's love for Diet Coke is no secret. Reports suggest he consumes up to 12 cans a day. But the button's fame doesn't end there. Former White House aide Chris Sims revealed in his book, Team of Vipers, that Trump even used it to prank visitors. Imagine this. The president presses the button, leaving guests in stunned silence, only for a butler to walk in moments later with a glass of Diet Coke. And just like that, the room erupts in laughter. The button's absence was felt during Joe Biden's term. In 2021, Biden removed the device from the Oval Office as he brought his own touch to the iconic room. But now, as Trump returns, so does the button, alongside a refreshed Oval Office that reflects his personal style. The redecorated space now features a portrait of Benjamin Franklin, a new painting of Andrew Jackson, and the return of Winston Churchill's bust near the fireplace. But of course, the Diet Coke button steals the spotlight once again. And the excitement doesn't stop there. To mark Trump's second inauguration, Coca-Cola CEO had presented a limited edition Diet Coke bottle bearing Trump's name and the date of January 20, 2025. With every president, the White House transforms into a reflection of their personality. For Trump, the return of the Diet Coke button symbolizes more than just a personal preference.
All right, so this comes on the heels of Trump having health issues. Now, we saw him earlier today. He seemed okay, but let's go through this. The reason why I'm
how dare you
showing you guys
how
this
dare you
is because it's always interesting to see how Democrats react to Republicans going through some negativity.
Usually when older people get health problems, they happen fast and have a quickly noticeable effect on their body. So is this actually from today or is this fake? Like, what happened? Because I don't believe this. I feel like there's something weird going on with Donald Trump, and we'll talk about it. But like, he is not his usual cheery, constantly in front of the camera self. And maybe we have developed some semblance of parasocial relationship with the president. But it does feel like he's given us so much of himself for so long, sometimes when we don't want him to do so, that when he's not on camera, his absence is felt. I mean, like, when he's not on camera, when he's not out and about, it kind of feels very strange. Kind of feels like he might have gotten a stroke or something. Like, remember, even through the heat of the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, at the peak of the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, right? When everybody was yelling at him, when everybody was like, when his base was like...
Now, here's the thing. A lot of these guys wouldn't have a career without Donald Trump. Let's be honest. A lot of these Democrats, a lot of these fucking weirdos, they would never be able to get traction or views or anything else like that if it weren't for Donald Trump. A lot of people made their careers on him, right? That's why a lot of these stupid criticize him, as a matter of fact, as well. And the thing is with Donald Trump is he loves being in the center of attention. So if he's not on camera, his presence is it's missed. Because CNN, MSNBC, these niggas need Donald Trump, bro. They need him. He don't need them, though.
Dude, are you a
Redacted.
what's going on? He posted through it. He was live and in front of the cameras every damn day. He never stopped. This is the first time he has not been live and in front of the cameras every damn day. And I don't know why. It kind of feels like maybe he got a little strokey poo. Maybe his stroke game updated. I don't know. I believe there's growing evidence of the White House covering up the fact that Donald Trump has been dealing with TIA strokes and that he likely had another ischemic stroke this week. Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into Donald Trump's health complications and how Blue Anon is going crazy. Too raw, too Daniel. What if they're not letting Trump speak because he had a reverse Fetterman stroke and he's woke now? Many people are saying, even the local milk people, that gender is a construct. Look, we have a little fun at these rallies, don't we, folks? But I want to acknowledge first that this is stolen land.
Now, let me tell you guys something about these fucking Democrats and why they're stupid. These guys, like, cheer when Republicans get shot, when they get attacked. Like, when Biden, right? When Biden got sick or he was having health problems, like, I don't want nothing bad to happen to Joe Biden. I don't want anything bad to happen to any American politician, to be honest with you guys. Even Randy Fine's fat ass. I don't even want him to die, even though he's a fucking scumbag. Because at the end of the day, he's still an American politician, right? Though I disagree with them politically, I still honor the fact that they're American politicians, and they're to a degree they care about the country. Though I might disagree with them or don't think that they care enough, they are still public servants, right? So I do think that there's some semblance there where we need to protect our politicians. But Democrats and liberals are not that way. These motherfuckers want conservatives to die, bro. These dudes are really fucking gay. And for me, I just can't condone violence in any way. I just can't do it, bro.
And I want to acknowledge we are sitting on stolen Iroquois land. All I'm saying is this is a likely reality. So there's two different brackets here, okay? There's two different brackets here. On the one hand, you got people like this, and myself as well, making jokes, okay, cracking jokes. On the other hand, you got a lot of people getting offended by people cracking jokes, being like, you're wishing.
Nah, because they're not cracking jokes, bro. They're dead ass serious, bro. I be following a lot of bro, I follow a lot of Democrats, bro. Dudes are fucking on some, oh yeah, Trump's gonna die, yeah. They're plotting, man. Even though this guy's been like the best friend for the fucking Jews.
So on the one hand, there's a lot of people having fun with this, understandably, because, you know, Trump is he's a, let's just say, somewhat controversial figure. Is that fair? I think that's fair to say. He is a somewhat controversial figure, right? I'm thinking maybe he's not a very good guy. You know, he's a little divisive. So when you're a little divisive, you got a lot of lovers and you got a lot of haters. And of course, a lot of people are excited at the prospect of...
Good point. Someone mentioned the Tesla protest. Yep. Bro, they were committing acts of terrorism, bro. It took the Trump administration to come in and put these dudes in jail. Bro, they were literally fucking firebombing Teslas in the beginning of the year.
You know, divine intervention of some sort. So they're taking their sweet time with it. They're deriving a lot of enjoyment out of it. Some people like Felix Biederman are saying this is so evocative. This is exactly how it feels when you have all the moisture in your body beaten out of you by harsh hotel AC. This picture gives me a sympathetic cracking around my lips. Anyway, it would be funny to ask him to do burpees to prove he isn't dying soon. And yet you have, you know, someone...
Well, I will concede that Trump probably can't do no burpees, bro. That nigga's probably cooked.
The most annoying heads who actively, like, there's that one the Korean dude, right? I think he's Korean, that's like constantly posting like the most racist white supremacist nonsense you've ever seen. Okay, he was going crazy. He was like complaining. He's like, you see, the left would be wishing ill of a man who is a grandfather and a father to many children. Kang Min Lee, that guy. Oh my.
Hey, sounds like a real nigga, bro.
Lord, not Ollie London, dude. No, the Korean Ian Miles Chong, basically. But yeah, this was funny. This was a funny comment.
Ian Chong is a fat Asian
on her tweet when everybody was spamming on Twitter all the way from Friday night into the entire weekend that Trump was dead. People were getting these.
Yeah, all weekend people were thinking that, bro. It's kind of crazy. They didn't see him for 2 days and niggas went crazy, bro. That just goes to show you how the media cycle depends on Trump. Bro can't even be off for 2 days without them going nuts. That tells you guys, bro, after Trump leaves office, bro, politics is gonna be boring, man. I'll tell you guys that right now, bro. You heard it here first.
News. Some people were receiving
and if something does happen to him, they're going to try to force JD Vance on us. Which I don't need. That's not going to be good.
These news and reacting very differently than you were, okay? One of those people is Aiden Ross.
Trump has not been seen in days with no public appearances scheduled this weekend.
Oh, shit. Cause you saw what happened with his hand?
No, what happened with his hand?
He was like doing an interview and they saw his hand and it was like purple.
Yeah, so Trump's had some problems. As you guys notice, his ankles were swelling up and he had bruising in his hands. Basically, what's going on is apparently his body isn't pumping blood efficiently, right?
And they said the queen died when her hands were like that.
Wait.
But again, he doesn't go to the gym. He's old and he has a really bad diet.
What?
I don't know what it... Like,
yo, everyone's saying Trump is passing away. It's passed.
Let me shut up, bro.
Yeah, actually, shh, don't talk about it. Yeah.
The guy said Trump's a billionaire, and he's eating a McDonald's. Bro, you guys want to get a red pill? When I worked at McDonald's as my first job when I was 16 years old, bro, I would see the same people every single day come and get the same exact meal every single day. All right? I did not think it was possible, but motherfuckers are addicted to McDonald's, bro. Literally, I would see them and I already knew what they were going to order, and I would just put the order in as soon as I walk up, see them walk in, bro, and I give them a number. That's literally, You guys don't get it? Like, a lot of people eat at McDonald's and they're addicted to the shit. Working at McDonald's red pilled me when I was a kid. I worked there in 2006. My first job, 16 years old. Never forget. Fucking red pilling, dude. Super red pilling. Motherfuckers really be addicted to that fucking garbage.
What the f?
Black hat just on, bro. Let me know when you're ready. I'm good.
Dude, that's his friend, man. Shame on y'all for cracking jokes about this. I just realized that there's going to be a tsunami of people posting absurd levels of grief when the day comes. Yeah, but it will be washed away with a tsunami of pleasure and excitement. I think like this is a
See these stupid wish on this nigga's death, bro. Weirdos, man.
load-bearing. I believe there's growing evidence that the White House is covering up the fact that Donald Trump has been dealing with TIA strokes and that he likely had more significant ischemic strokes this week. Let's start with the basics. TIAs are temporary blockages. You'll see symptoms, leg dragging, eye drooping, etc., but they resolve within 24 hours. Ischemic strokes leave a lasting impact, but can range dramatically in scope and severity. TIAs precede an ischemic stroke in about 30% of patients and often result in a long-lasting interventions to try and prevent any risk of a larger stroke. Now, let's get to what paints this picture with Trump. In March 2024, Ron Filipkowski notes that Trump has been dragging his right leg for a while. It's something we've seen him do on and off over this past year, but not super notable on its own. Let's take a look. I see a sexy man doing a sexy dance, for the record. I see a sexy man doing a sexy dance.
Yeah, that's not gay at all.
I don't know what these haters are saying that he's dragging his right feet. 531. Then in Time Magazine interview from right after the election, we see the first note of Trump's hand bruising. Once again, something people didn't think much of at the time. Sitting under the bright lights for a 30-minute photo session ahead of a 65-minute interview, he's asked to explain the hand is from shaking hands with thousands of people, he says. It comes up again during the Macron visit on February 25th, 2025, where Caroline Leavitt repeats the lie about it being from shaking too many hands. The next medical event we see is the president's annual physical report. Comparing the medication list to his old reports, we notice new medications. Rosuvastatin, ezetimibe, and a daily aspirin. Well, the daily aspirin is normal, but I don't know what the these two things are. What is it's for cholesterol control, apparently. And the daily aspirin at that age is normal. It's for mitigating some sort of like heart condition. You know what I mean? You just chew aspirin, I think. The daily aspirin is not normal. No, old people take daily aspirin, don't they?
Bro, fuck that, man. Shit is horrible for you.
Make sure they don't have like some kind of heart condition. Anyway, let's continue. At first, I thought this might be normal medication for managing cholesterol, but I've certainly heard of preventative aspirin use in the past, but I decided to interview some heart specialists, and I'm glad I did. There are two general takeaways I heard from multiple specialists. Daily aspirin is not recommended for prevention anymore. An aspirin regime is treating something. Ezetimibe, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm definitely not saying it right. Is a second-line medication not used for regular LDL treatment.
So he has cholesterol issues too. I mean, I'm not surprised, bro. Like, I think it's no secret that Trump's health is not good. Right? And mind you, guys, people forget. Bro, they try to put him in jail. You guys forget that? They try to fucking end his life. Put him in jail for years. With the espionage charges, with the fucking with the espionage charges, with the insurrection charges, with the RICO charges. Like, bro, they tried to end this man, bro. So I'm not surprised.